Hello students, today we are going to discuss on making decisions. Making decisions helps in deciding the statement to be printed on certain conditions. That is called making decision. Here there are various decision making statements. First comes with if then. If makes decisions. If a condition is true, the body of the if statement executes. So here the syntax is if certain condition to be applied here, then set of statement when the condition is true, then it should be executed. And if the example is declaring two of the variables based on the integer data type, holding the values like a equal to 3, b equal to 4. Now you can check the condition. If a greater than b, then message box should be printed. And if it becomes false, just jump to the next statement of the program. Whatever the next statement is provided in the list of program coding, then it will jump to the next line or next code. Here the statement becomes false, that is 3 greater than b, then there will be no printing of message box. So it jumps to the next statement of the VB code. In case if you want to print else part, that is if the condition fails, if even the condition fails, if you want to say something or print something according to the failed condition, you can use else along with the if. For that there is a syntax for if else is if condition, then set of statement, else another set of statement if the condition fails, and if. For this there is an example with two variables, one is of integer type and another one is of string type. Here integer type holds the value from the text box. Okay, there may be a text box in a form. From there you will be getting the input and storing it in the num variable. It checks the condition according to your data. For example, if you have entered the number 10 inside the text box, the num variable will be holding value 10. If 10 greater than 0, condition true, then str reply is holding, that is it is a string variable holding you have a car. It's a statement. Whatever you want, you can define according to your requirement. Here I just implemented a statement here to just be printed on based on the condition true. Again I am using a label in a form. Label caption value is equal to str reply. So based on the label, I am assigning a string variable so that the value inside the string variable will be printed on the label caption. If the condition is false, in case the num value is not greater than 0, then the condition else will be applicable, that the answer is you don't have a car. In what case the condition will become false? If the num value will be less than 0, that is 0 or -1, -2, whatever. In that case you will be getting else value to be printed. Continuing to that, there is a select case. If you have a lot of conditional statements, using if then else could be very messy. That is, it will be something using of more if and else to check the number of conditions. For multiple condition statements, it is better to use select case. The format is here. See the syntax, how you will be using the select case. Select case of expression may be a variable holding certain value. According to that value, you will be checking the cases. If the case satisfied that value, then particular statement will be getting printed. If no case is getting satisfied, the case else is going to be printed there. And select. So there is an example. Two type of examples are there. So let's see first example. The first example comes under the concept getting the grade value from the user, like alphabetic order, alphabetic grades. Here consider you are passing a value C. Okay, now grade is holding the character or alphabet C, it checks the case A plus, it is not available there. Case A, no. Case B, it is also not there. Case C, here the case C is matched with grade, so it get matches. The result.caption is a label name. There I am printing the value pass in a form. If no grade is matched with the cases, then the case else result.caption equal to failed is going to be printed there. This is the statement based on a character or letter something, you can match the content. Similar to that, in case if you are using numeric value, you want to check without using the double quotes, directly you can come up with this in this format. Similar of getting grade, I am getting a mark over here. Consider based on the text field, if you have entered certain mark like 55, select case mark is holding now 55, checks the case based on case is greater than equal to 85. Here case is also a keyword, is also a keyword, but is refers to the variable or expression assigned to the select case, that is mark. It will directly get the value from the variable mark which is assigned to the select case. It is only applicable for numeric value. Is applicable for only numeric values. So now you have entered 55. Is greater than or equal to 85? No. 55 is greater than or equal to 70? No. Similarly, is greater than or equal to 60? No. Now it comes is greater than or equal to 50. Yeah, condition true, it is greater than 50. 55 is the value inside the mark. So the answer is going to be printed in the label is average. If no value is matched, then case else is going to be printed, need to be work harder. So this is the concept of select case. When you want to print, if you want to check multiple statements, you will be using select case. So this is the concept for decision makings, that is making of decisions on Visual Basic. Continuing to that, there is a looping statements. If you want to print print the statements with number of time, or if you want to do some calculation until certain conditions satisfy, then you will be using looping statements. First comes with do while loop. Here the do while loop is used to execute statements until a certain condition is met. So see the example. The following example does the printing of number 1 to 10 based on the condition. I am using this in a form load. When your form is getting loaded, assigning a value dim num as integer, num equal to 0, do while num less than 10. Here checks the condition while, do while num is 0, 0 less than 10, condition true, num equal to num plus 1, that is 0 plus 1 is equal to 1. 1 is going to be stored in again num, message box print num. You will be getting a message box with OK button. It is a default message box inside the VB, and after that you are entering loop keyword so that it will loop until the condition gets satisfied. So each time the iteration begins, it will show the message box with count of 1 2 3. You have to press OK each time. You just try this example with your VB application. You will be better knowing the concept if you work on this. So keep on pressing the OK button. It will reach us to up to 10. 10 less than 10, condition false, because 10 less than or equal to only it will jump to the next statement. 10 less than 10 will become the false condition. This is do while loop. Next comes while wend. While wend is similar to do while. Instead of using do statement, we will be directly using while, and at the end of loop, instead of loop, we will be using wend. The concept is same. Here instead of printing from 1 to 10, I am printing the numbers from 11 to 10, and I am starting the variable num equal to 10, starting with 10 number. So while 10 less than 20, num equal to num plus 1, that is 10 plus 1 11, message box 11. Again you will be generating a message box. You have to keep on press OK. It will show the counting of 11, 12, 13, 14 and reaches the 20. After that the while gets went, that is end of the while. This is similar to do while. Both are similar way. The keywords are just getting differ. The third statement is do loop while. What is the difference is, in previous two statements you will be checking the condition before entering to the loop. Based on the condition only the iteration begins. Here instead of checking the condition directly, it starts executing the statement inside the loop, that is do. First you are doing the thing, later you are getting checked with the condition. Here I have entered for wrong. I have entered num is equal to 11. Now actually based on the condition 11 less than or equal to 10, condition becomes false. It should not enter the loop. If you have done this num equal to 11 in while when or do while, it will generate error or it will just stop as it is. But in doing do loop while, what it does is, first it comes under the do and it will add the number plus 1, that is now it becomes 12. Message box 12 will be getting displayed. Later it checks the condition less than equal to 10. After the iteration gets stopped, but anyhow you will be getting a message of 11. The same if you do in this while when and do while entering to the code itself, it will just stop because the condition becomes false there. So there will be no message box will be getting displayed. So this is the difference between do while loop and do loop while. So at last there is a looping statement called the for next. The for next loop is another way to make loops in Visual Basic. Here there is an example 1. Loop counts the number from 1 to 10. See the example 1 here. In form load, declaring the same variable deem num as integer directly without presenting any condition here. Just I am defining the for loop with num equal to 1 to 10. You have to print the num value equal to 1 as till to 10. Directly I am assigning the condition to the for, instead of not saying that check the condition, that is 1 less than or equal to 10 and all. Directly I am saying print the numeric value, that is num value from 1 to 10. Message box num, it will just keep on doing the next to iterate the loop and the num value gets increment till it reaches 10. At last it will print the 10 value and just terminate the loop. So there is another way of using this for next loop is, in order to count the numbers from 1 to 10 in steps of 2, that is the example 2 loop can be used. See the example 2, the same way of doing example 1, instead of placing just 1 to 10, I am adding step 2 here. What it does is just jump to the jumping from one step to second step, that is by adding of 2. Here see here, numbers will be printed. If you execute the second example, number as 1, step 2 3, 3 after step 2 5, 5 after step 2 7, similarly to 9 up to 9 it will be coming here because we have entered 1 to 10 only. Okay, this is the last looping statement. So thank you students, just go through with this and have a practice on VB application with those examples. Thank you.